Looking ahead now over the next, let's just keep the timeline pretty close because there's still so much up in the air. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, no more than a year from now, maybe the end of 2020. What do you think needs to happen between now and then for financial brands to continue to make progress along their digital growth journey?
I think you have to be ready to pivot. And our focus is right now on helping people, if they have not yet, learn how to download a mobile app, learn how to take a check with their phone, learn how to make sure that you can bank through a drive-through and talk to a person if you'd like to. Change is not easy for many. We are blessed to have a very forward-thinking organization, and our drive-thrus are all interactive tellers now. So there isn't a place where you would go that you would have a different experience. And they can also be ATMs. So if people need cash, of course, obviously they can do that. So I think it's then thinking out what is the new normal. If it's 3 to 6 to 9 months, when do the business appointments become business appointments that are to sell, to showcase your services? Right now, business appointments are making sure that we're helping all of our businesses succeed, when all of a sudden it could be that there's not someone walking in their door because it was a forced, no one can walk in your door. Yeah. So how can we be that organization that helps? Tomorrow I'll be doing some FaceTime live videos at retailers that are banking partners of ours to showcase you can still do the following things to help that company succeed. The same is true for members. So for short term, 3 to 6 months is that. But then it's, okay, when is it that you really see that there might be a need that a new service should be delivered to the marketplace because of the change that has happened? And are you thinking about that now? What's the long term that makes it okay to turn on, for instance, all appointments for everybody? Everybody in the organization can have an appointment placed on their Outlook calendar that can become a Zoom, as we say right now, versus right now there's certain individuals that have it. So I think it's thinking intentionally, thoughtfully about not only what people might need, but also making those products and services different and unique to those individuals that need a different service than, let's say, a mortgage.
Yeah. You've mentioned a couple of key points that I think financial brands could consider to think about. It's what are the new services that are going to come out of this? I've been talking about this now for 3 or 4 years. The need to put together some type of, we'll call it consumer coaching program. And then on the business side, it's almost like a business advisory platform or service, maybe even some type of, and could be at the the community level, but some type of like innovation incubator, because growth is going to be on everyone's mind. You mentioned something that kind of spurred a thought off the top of my head. Tell me about the restaurants or the little local places that you and your husband like to go in Grand Rapids.
We live in Grand Rapids on an area called Bridge Street, and Bridge Street has a fabulous reorganization, and it's just re-energized. It's just beautiful. So when you're walking down, there's Butcher's Union, there's New Holland Brewery, there's Fratelli's, there's all these tiny little places. There's some that have been there forever, like Keels and Anchor. And it's become a little place where people just hop, and it's right next door to downtown Grand Rapids. So you just walk across the bridge, which some of it you might even be able to see behind me. You walk across the bridge and you head into downtown, where all of our major events happen. We have a conference and an arena that are now filling the biggies. The biggies are coming to Grand Rapids, Michigan, to West Michigan. And when that happens and all of a sudden it stops, then you have to ask yourself, okay, is Fratelli's still open so I can do takeout? How about Uber Eats? Who's doing that? ask yourselves how you can, is there in Kalamazoo, this was amazing to me today. I saw a email that came out that said, hey, buy a gift card, send a gift card. And it's all the downtown local businesses that are still open for business, but they can't have sit down anymore. And so they decided to buy a gift card, send a gift card. So I can literally send gift cards to my friends and say, go get your takeout dinner tonight. I mean, how fun is that?
I love it. And so hearing you talk through, a couple thoughts popped in my head that I'm going to probably have to think through a little bit further, but I'm going to share them with you first and foremost here. So they're kind of raw, but maybe you could apply some of this thinking through the credit union. And what I mean is, so you've got these small local restaurants. They are still doing takeout, it sounds like, but you can't have anyone come in. Mm-hmm. What if you could provide some type of advisory around almost like the subscription economy? And what I mean by that, Panera, they just launched their $8 or $9 a month unlimited coffee. That's the subscription model in and of itself. But if we look at this applied to the local business, the local restaurant level, these restaurants could sell, maybe it's like the single dinner plan, the couple dinner plan for 2, the family dinner plan for 4, and in the normal tab for a person is, let's just say $10. So they pre-sell $50, so 5 nights worth of dinners. They're getting revenue up front. It's on a subscription model on a weekly basis, so it's hitting someone's card and it's creating a little bit of positive cash flow. They're able to then go and do more of like a prefix menu to where this is our Monday dinner, this is our Tuesday dinner. So it helps with cost control. That's going to help them be more profitable. And then for their servers and wait staff, depending upon what's going on with Uber Eats, their server and wait staff could become the delivery model.
Right.
So that's just kind of something to think when hearing you talk.
And isn't it absolutely exciting to be able to think like that? That how can we survive when all of a sudden everything that we know has stopped? Our knowledge has stopped. And I think long term, the businesses that I know that will succeed are relationship-based businesses. They're the ones that truly know their members and customers. They relate with them, and they also feel their pain and help ease their pain. Yeah. That is not going to change. No matter what new tools come out to succeed digitally, that truly will be what works the best. But I think the other component of success is, how do we treat our colleagues? And how do we make sure that the teammates that you work with understand the journey that you're on? If there is fear about what's going on with COVID-19, there is deep fear about what's changing rapidly in digital growth. Whether there would have been COVID-19 or not, the fear of I'm going to lose my job is real. There's going to be a robot that takes over. Artificial intelligence is much smarter than me. Those fears don't go away. They don't. And now that all of a sudden the service industry has been halted and there's a drastic change in how we're serving, I think it's now more than ever the leaders of all of our organizations that really help ease those fears and help our employees also understand with digital growth becomes growth in you personally. There's so much that you'll be able to learn as long as you're open to do that, but bring everyone along with you in the journey itself. And I think we've got time right now to actually be able to do that.